The Maryland Conservancy was founded in 1988 in memory of Lewisburg attorney and outdoorsman Merrill W. Lynn. Serving Union and nearby counties of central Pennsylvania, our mission is to protect the environment through land preservation and to educate the public about conservation issues that affect the well-being of our planet. In our 30-year history, we have helped protect nearly 1,800 acres in 4 counties, partnering with landowners to assure their land remains free of development forever. The Conservancy's first conservation easement was the 137-acre Dale Angle Walker property. The historic Dale Angle Walker House, dating to 1792, is owned by the Union County Historical Society. It is the site of the popular Dales Ridge Trail. This 2-mile track features the riparian corridor along Buffalo Creek, mature hardwood forest, open fields, and working agricultural land. The historic Hassenplug Covered Bridge, considered to be the oldest such structure in the U.S., crosses Buffalo Creek on our second easement, located within the borough of Mifflinburg. The property came to us in the 1990s from Mifflinburg native Mary Coons. A short public trail that follows Buffalo Creek is named for Miss Coons. Much of this floodplain property had been drained and converted to farm fields. New owners created a wildflower meadow on a portion of the property. Other sections have been relieved of drain tiles and restored to wetlands that now help reduce flood potential along the creek and host many plants, birds, and other animals for the public to enjoy. The Wayne Stall property northwest of Mazeppa is 230 acres of fields, forests, and wetlands. The property, which was purchased by the Stall family in the 1940s, has been handed down over 3 generations. The property is adjacent to 80 acres of farmland that has been protected through Union County's Agricultural Land Preservation Program, thereby creating a block of over 310 acres of protected open space. The Stall easement's diverse landscape includes mature forest, meadows of wildflowers, hedgerows, agricultural land, and a wetland. While the property is not open to the general public, Wayne proudly shares it with visitors by private arrangement. The Carl and Fay Oberheim property in western Union County borders Penns Creek. The view from the Oberheim's house and pond across open fields to Jack's Mountain in the south is a highlight of this 137-acre easement. The property is home to a large variety of wildlife. Visitors to the Oberheim property may spot eagles, wild turkeys, blue heron, osprey, and kestrels that share the land with otters, turtles, beavers, bobcats, and bears. Penns Creek flows past a portion of the property's woodlands, presenting a view that is best seen from the sky. In ancient times, the Susquehanna River coursed through central Pennsylvania as a braided stream carrying outwash from not too distant glaciers. As a result, gravels, sands, and other deposits were left in its wake. Wind-blown sands piled up as dunes and left depressions across an extensive area, including that from Milton to Montandon. While mining for sand continues in the Montandon area, an 80-acre tract of wetlands owned by Central Builders Supply Company has been preserved through a conservation easement. The very special conditions there provide habitat for plants rarely found in central Pennsylvania. It is home to a species of bulrush. This site is, in fact, considered to be the state's best preserved population of the plant. Montandon wetland is a refuge for waterfowl and other migrant and resident birds, as well as home to elusive spadefoot frogs, which require the sandy soils for their survival. The 273-acre Glacier Pools Preserve in southern Lycoming County was protected through an easement by landowners Michael and Ricky Gross. The keen-eyed can pick out glacial moraines, but everyone can appreciate the wildflower meadows and woodlands dotted with numerous vernal pools. The pools are found in depressions formed by effects of nearby glaciers of ancient times. Usually water-filled only into early summer, these are vital breeding sites for amphibians, salamanders, and frogs, which depend on these fish-free waters for their reproduction. Sitting at the southern edge of the Allegheny Plateau, this property has an extensive trail network which is open to the public. Those who choose the Highfield Trail will be treated to Glacier Pools Preserve's spectacular views. In 2015, the Conservancy assisted the Pennsylvania State Park System in acquiring a long-sought-after property. Many years ago, Conservancy members had discovered 2 rare plants on the property and worked with the landowner toward protection of the site. By successfully applying for state DCNR grants, the Conservancy was able to purchase 36 acres of this privately owned land adjacent to the Union County portion of the Shikellamy State Park. This acquisition, which was subsequently transferred to the state park system, linked existing parkland with another recently acquired parcel to the north, creating a continuous corridor of protected space along the bluffs and preserving its spectacular views of the confluence of the West Branch Susquehanna, with the Susquehanna River from the cliff tops. The protected cliff with its many seeps of water is a unique habitat where peregrine falcons nest. 3 rare plant species have been found there. The presence of those plants is featured in Dr. Chris Martin's Plants Are Cool Too. The Conservancy's guiding principle is linking landscapes, which focuses on protecting or restoring corridors of natural habitat across ever more fragmented landscape for the benefit of wildlife, as well as for current and future generations. This concept is exemplified by the Shikellamy property and our Shamokin Mountain easement off Stein Lane in Union County. The environmental value of the property's mature woodlands is greatly enhanced by its adjacency to state game lands. The property's Shamokin Mountain Trail leads to gorgeous views of Dry Valley and the Susquehanna River Valley to the south. With your support and participation, we can work together to protect Central Pennsylvania's rich and varied landscape and diversity, which Merrill Lynn treasured.